with the Arizona Cardinals. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt. That could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Bulldozes past him. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Connor, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively. But that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Dances by him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Right back to him on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down now. It's Atkins, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run on first down. Atkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. From the 10, 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run with Hunt. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Here's Murray from midfield. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace. Maybe
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That catch good for only a couple.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. Throwing again on second down. Murray escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Terry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
First down, Murray. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Terry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Murray.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25.
The look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 5. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check the backer.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On play action, they'll throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
They go play action here on 1st down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins. Oh, he pulls over it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden.
And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. After the sack on first down, Murray over the middle, complete. That's Terry. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good try.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Pass incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Eno Benjamin,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Atkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run once more with Edwards. And down inside the 15 he goes. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. He's at the 40, the 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving, team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give right side. Atkins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he fends him off. Going up top. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Now Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Terry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Terry. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray to throw. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick. The last last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the fourth quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for the Cardinals, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been